What's going on, folks? We are here today in Barcelona, Spain, in the lovely Güell Park, designed by famous architect Antoni Gaudi. Almost forgot his name there. He's very famous. Everybody knows his name. This place is filled with beautiful murals and mosaics like the one you're seeing here. You guys already know the deal. We're going to be doing some city adventuring today, some game hunting, and you guys get to come along for the journey. So let's get to that now, shall we? All right, so our first stop of the day here is called Sai Maya. It's right on this, I don't know what this street is called, busy street here. And I don't really know, honestly, what to make of it. The reason is the selection is so eclectic. So we've got a whole bunch of, I believe, Hindu figures up here, and then along with a bunch of like cheap to actually quite expensive watches. Then down here we've got, what is this, maybe incense? Over here we've got various kinds of electronics, all on pretty good discount, as you can see. But most importantly, over here we've got a ton of video game stuff. So you guys know I had to come over here and check it all out. Ooh, looks like down there they've got the new Zelda Joy-Cons along with the Fortnite ones, and a ton of really cool anime statue figures. Over here it says that all PS4 games are 70% off. But it also says that 90% of the games are in English and also French and also Italian and also German. So not really sure how that works. Maybe all PAL games are in a lot of languages. I don't really know, but it's time we head in and check it out.
So I gotta be honest here, friends, walking into this store wasn't really any less confusing. It was just as eclectic an assortment of inventory. They had some, I don't know, these almost looked like little pins or like pogs or something in that little case. A bunch of games behind the desk there. And not just that, there were also amiibos and like home and desk phones, and as you can see, a bunch of consoles and accessories, some keychains down here. That fish they called Nemo, I thought that was kind of funny. I think he's in reality from some other Disney movie, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and check out that lime green 2DS XL. That thing was 300 euros.
So that store was actually a little bit strange in that most of its inventory was actually on the outside in like the front display cases, which I haven't really seen before. We'll see if the same is the case at the next stop we go to.
A few moments later.
Well, folks, here we are in this very narrow residential like street slash alleyway where the second video game store is supposed to be, but well, needless to say, someone screwed up. So we're gonna keep walking to the next one and see if we have a little better luck. All right, folks, we're here in the Barcelona subway. We're playing a game. Name that sound. Ready? Okay, so plan B stop number 2, though technically not video games, is this really cool comics and manga shop that we are going to see what we can find in. Gracias.
So one interesting thing about Europe that I don't think I've talked about yet is that the Smurfs are so much more popular there. We found these little figures almost everywhere we went. I don't know if they originated in like Germany or something. Someone can let me know. There was some Playmobil. I think Playmobil might be Icelandic. I'm just completely spitballing here. This store was really cool though. Tons of graphic novels and comic books, and they also had a basement. Tons of nostalgic goodies lining the walls all the way down. I was absolutely loving it. There were a lot of really unique things down on their lower floor here. Oh, and I just magically popped into the frame here as well. That's pretty neat. They had some like old Kenner toys lining the right wall here, some Star Wars figures that you guys can see, more Dragon Ball figures than I could possibly count, and this is where they had a whole bunch of not just their comics, but also you'll see some manga later on. And get a load of this title here. This totally took me by surprise. Superman versus Muhammad Ali. Somebody please tell me who won that fight in that comic. I'm so curious. Really cool World of Nintendo link right here. You guys can also let me know, are you a fan of these like nerdy inspired wallets? Myself, I'm more of a classic leather kind of a man, but you guys can let me know in the comments what your preference is. Those were honestly tempting me a little bit. These little Pokemon figures and bobbleheads and plushes were all super cute. And then this little manga set, it makes me wish that I was more into the Pokemon manga. I saw some later in the day, I remembered as well. Some crazy stuff happens in those series, if you guys don't know. They're much more diverse, I think, in their plots than the TV show. Also, if I have any weebs watching in the comments, you can let me know if it's pronounced manga or manga. That's like the eternal debate for me. We had some pops here, and check out this cool Keyblade. My brother, fun fact, actually makes Keyblades out of wood, so shout out to Josiah for being awesome.
Wow, that store ended up being way cooler and also larger than I really expected. I always wonder in places like that, like how many of these figures or items are actually like European exclusives that would be worth way more in the States if I actually had any idea what I was looking at. But anyway, we're headed back right now to a store that we poked our heads in earlier. Didn't buy anything, but they actually had some really cool hats that I'm very seriously considering pulling the trigger on. So let's go take a look. Alright, so this right here is the store that I was talking about, and they actually have a display window outside here with a bunch of the hats that I was talking about. Check out this selection, folks. And I'm sorry the lighting isn't great here, but we've got like Pac-Man, Yoshi, a solid TMNT reference here, the Chrome Nintendo controller, Zelda logo, Luigi. How often do you see Luigi on a hat like that? Mario and Luigi up there. A really sweet PlayStation right here. We've got the 8-bit Mario, another Cookie Monster bite design like that. DK down here, absolutely love that. We got Mario Odyssey. Needless to say, a fantastic selection, and I think I'm going to have to pull the trigger on one. Buenos días, aquí estoy de nuevo. Dijo usted que todos son 20.
Thomas is a 20. If you want this one I can do 15 euros.
Okay.
If you like this one.
Okay.
This one also I can do it. Okay, this two I can.
Okay.
This one have all characters on the.
I don't know, which one do you think?
I don't know. This seems more like you.
You think this one's more me? This one's just so awesome.
Then do that one. Or the Zelda.
Yeah.
This one is 20.
This one's 20?
This one is good.
¿Cuál se vende más?
The vende más son Venom. Estas
En
vende
serio,
más.
Venom.
Venom,
Huh.
Yoshi.
Uh-huh.
But I don't have this one. Vende más. Yoshi, Zelda. This one also. Super Mario. This one.
Huh.
And Ninja Turtles is finished. Some of them is finished. A lot of finished there.
Okay.
That's why. This
Wow.
one, Pikachu. This one also very nice. This one, lot of people buy this one.
Pero estas Pokemon no tanto.
It's a poquito.
Okay.
No, it's a poquito. It's a vendemos más.
See this
Oh,
shield?
that's
15 euro I
cool.
can make.
Oh
This
wow,
one.
okay.
Kind of like the other Zelda one the most, honestly.
The most?
Yeah, I think so.
This Joker one's cool too. You see that?
Joker, I have this one also. This one also. Coming in
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
Wow.
Oh, the Yoshi one's fun with the that one. With the spotted bill.
Oh, this guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fun.
This one glow in the dark as well.
Oh.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. What are you thinking?
I'm considering getting a few of them and using a couple as Discord giveaways.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You think I can get them in my bag?
Yeah.
I'm already pretty packed, but I guess I have another one in there anyway.
Okay. Yeah, I think you'll find room.
I
It'll
mean,
be
what's the
fine.
difference between, 4 hats in one in a small backpack, right?
Un poquito, okay.
Mm-hmm. ¿Cómo se dice esos?
Purchase.
¿Paches?
Purchase. Purchase. Purchase.
Okay. ¿Y cuánto valen esos? 3?
2.
Okay. I might take a look also at the ones in the doorway.
You can take from them. no
Un minuto.
See.
Okay, I think I'm good for now. Gracias, señor.
Gracias.
Que tenga un buen día.
I got a shot of this shirt too, this one.
Oh, cool. All right, folks, so a bit more of a hat score, honestly, than I anticipated. I think I'm gonna have to decide later which one I'm gonna keep for myself and which two I'm gonna give away on the Discord. But I mean, really, how can you blame me? I mean, they each ended up, like, two of them ended up being less than 20 bucks. The other one was probably like, I don't know, 24 or something. I feel like that's a decent value, and I think that folks in the Discord, whenever I do give the other two away, are gonna really appreciate those designs as well. So as we're heading to our fourth and final stop here, I thought it'd be a good time to mention that a lot of you guys may not actually know, I took Spanish in school for like maybe 8 years or so, and then studied abroad in Costa Rica for like 4 months. So I'm like fairly fluent in Spanish, and I love using it anytime I possibly get the chance. So you'll see me trying to use it when I'm talking to vendors and stuff. It's not because I'm trying to make it harder for you guys to understand, but you know what they say, when in Barcelona, you gotta speak as much Spanish as you can.
Insert picture of Caleb thriving in Costa Rica.
Yeah, I'll pop that semi-fro Caleb up right here for you guys to enjoy. But yeah, it's about like a, I don't know, 10 or 15 minute walk to our last stop of the day. And check out this building over here, which has like, it looks like a ton of security cameras on it as decoration. That's something you don't see every day. And at long last, we have arrived at our last stop of the day, the appropriately named game.
Now this place was actually a little bit unique in that it had a ton of discount games. You can see them kind of all over there. Also a lot of like high-end gaming stuff. Look at this, €5 for everything in here. Now granted, they're not killer titles, but still it's nice to see that they had some affordable selection there. Also looking at the mugs over here, I love the like arm sticking out series that they had. I thought that was fun. And also some beach towels. I'm telling you folks, video game related items are where it's at. The number of monopolies that were in this place kind of blew my mind. Also, does anyone know what Queen is? Is that like a TV series or something? Definitely caught my eye, these lenticular framed art pieces. I don't really know what you would call them, but you can see when you get close here and kind of go around it, like shifts direction a little bit. I don't know, kind of caught my eye. Not really my style personally. I don't think I'd ever put one up, but then they had a super nice little Zelda section here with a little rupee hat. Would love to hear from you guys. What is your favorite non-video game collectible? For me, the answer might surprise some of you guys. I actually have a decent collection of Disney pins. Also, I'm kind of a sucker for any Pokemon games I had as a kid. Just decided to check out some of the cheap games here. Saw a lot of familiar titles. This one, I don't know if that's just a different art for Shonen Jump or if that was actually a game that we don't have here. This one, Dinosaurios, definitely didn't recognize that. A lot of you guys might not know that I was obsessed with dinosaurs as a kid. That's why you'll see me pulling a lot of dinosaur-related games. Also, these Legos here seemed a little bit expensive to me. Are these helmet sets also like, I mean, what would that be, like $80 or so here in the US? I don't know, that seemed kind of pricey. Also, I mentioned Pokemon manga before. Has anybody in the comments actually read these books or others in the series? I'd be curious to know whether you recommend them. Also, you know, I had to take a look at the Switch section. Noticed a couple games right off the bat that I didn't really recognize. You guys can let me know if we actually have these ones in the States. And I just kept picking them up. Look at this, Truck and Logistics Simulator. Definitely did not recognize that one. This like sort of motocross kind of a game here. These ones are a little bit more familiar until I got to the Count Lucanor. Definitely didn't recognize that. Also curious to hear from you guys what your favorite like genre of game is. Like, I'm definitely not into horror, not super into puzzlers. Mine's probably got to be open world adventure games like Breath of the Wild, Shadow of the Colossus. Also, this one definitely had not seen before. A few of these titles I recognize from like GameStop sales. Valkyria, Victor Vran. Oh, looks like we're in the V's. Ugly Dolls. Ugh. Then they had some cool collector's editions down here as well. This is something I hadn't really seen too much of elsewhere, but definitely like to take a look at those as well. And then these prices, folks, blew my mind. This game right here is worth like north of $100 in the US, 13 euros here. Must be a completely different supply and demand chain. This next one that I pick up as well is worth like 50 or so, but here, check it out, 5 euros. I could not believe it.
Well, that spot was super cool too in its own way. A good amount of new inventory at that one. It really reminded me in a lot of ways of like a game exchange or like a local or regional video game store. Had a lot of stuff getting traded in as well. Really good selection and a lot of video game related items that were fun to look at as well. Right now, Erica and I are going to get ourselves some tapas for lunch, and then there's one more thing I want to show you guys. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to show you guys was here on La Rambla, the main tourist street of Barcelona. They have what I can only describe as professional cosplayers. Let me show you guys what I mean. And look, it's Gaudi, the famous architect that I was talking about to you guys from earlier. Gracias, señor.
So I'm sitting here in my messy, poorly lit office, having just edited the final video, number 8 out of 8 in the European game hunting series, which you just finished watching right now. And I just felt compelled for some reason to let you guys know that this is my single favorite video series that I have ever made. I think not only because the videos took longer to shoot, and I definitely put more time into editing them, but because the content of them is something that I'm convinced just doesn't really exist elsewhere on YouTube, at least not for those specific locations and in the way that we went about it. Making these videos has just been such a treat and such a joy. And I also wanted to let you guys know that I was thinking the whole time in Europe, just like, who gets to do this? You know, who gets to take like a celebratory European vacation with their awesome wife and get to shoot awesome game hunting videos that you can then share with thousands of people and even make some money from them on top of it? I don't know, I guess I just felt like super lucky the whole time that I was there, and it's not lost on me that the entire reason that this is possible is because folks like you tune into this channel and watch me do what I do on a regular basis. So not gonna get too sappy, just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching and for allowing me to do this. I really would love to do more international game hunting videos in the future. If the opportunity presents itself, I definitely will. I'm honestly not a huge like world traveler. Like by the time we got done with that 3 weeks, I was definitely ready to come back. But these videos were just so fun to film. I definitely like to do it again, maybe in Japan. I know people have already been commenting so far that they want to see me go there and film some videos, because that's, let's face it, kind of video game hunting mecca of the entire world. Anyways, enough out of me. Oh wait, no, I have one last thing to show you. This bad boy is the backpack that I traveled with the entire time we were abroad. Oh no, we already have some damage. But anyway, in each country that we went to, we picked up a patch to commemorate our time there. So here we have Barcelona's football team, Iceland, Amsterdam, Switzerland, Paris, and Cologne down here. Unfortunately, they're not sticking on that well. We may have to reconsider our methods a little bit. But anyways, folks, for the last time in this series, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, I will catch you guys on the flip.